And inevitably, you will create success. You will create so much love in your life. You will create such great circumstances and experiences for yourself because you will be raising at that higher vibrational frequency, and that you are serving others either directly or indirectly in doing so. Hey, what's up? What's going on? My name is Sabrina and welcome back to my channel. Here in the Better You community, we talk about all things self-growth and spirituality. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what your soul's purpose is and how exactly to live it. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up to help out the channel. Feel free to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. Share this video with anyone you feel may want to hear it, and without further ado, let's get into it. So if you don't know exactly what your soul's purpose is, you might feel like discouraged or lost or thinking like, all these other people know what they want to do with their life, why don't I? And I've noticed a lot of people think, and I used to think this too, that your soul's purpose is something like one specific thing that you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's like the one thing you're meant to accomplish. And a lot of us may think that our soul's purpose has to do with like our career, like what we are meant to do for a living in our lives. Like that's like our soul's purpose. But even that is a little too limiting. Your soul's purpose is not just to start that business or to make that certain discovery or whatever that is. Your soul's purpose is to be your full expression of yourself. Now, what does this mean? It's living in alignment with your truest authentic self. It's going after your desires and manifesting them into fruition. It's removing the masks you might be wearing and like fully showing your full raw personality. It's literally just to be you. And let me explain this on like a deeper level too. So you came onto this planet with a very unique, energetic, vibrational frequency. Unlike anyone else, with very specific desires, very specific gifts, very specific talents, values, personality traits, energy that no one else has the exact combination of. And with your specific desires and gifts and energy that you bring to the table, you bring a specific value to the earth that we need in the collective. That's why you are here. That's why you literally exist, because we need you as your raw form. And in your soul's truest expression, you will inevitably serve others because it is your soul's deepest desire to share, to give, but the act of serving in that way is not solely our soul's purpose. Does that make sense? It's like in geometry, when they say a rectangle is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram is not a rectangle. I don't know if anyone else gets that reference or if I'm the only person that remembers that random thing from geometry. But in your soul's full expression, you will inevitably start that business, make that discovery, whatever it is, just as you are fully expressing yourself. Like that's just a part of you. That's something that you genuinely love to do. And you do these things because they interest you, they intrigue you, they excite you. You feel inspired by them. You genuinely love doing them. So you will create success in that inevitably. But your soul's purpose is literally just to radiate, express, shine your truest authentic self. And you living in your highest expression helps the world, helps the collective in a massive way. And in ways that you probably wouldn't even think. Because when you are living in your highest expression, living in alignment with your truest self, you are doing the things that you love. You feel like lit up, you're loving every day, you're feeling very grateful, right? You're very in alignment, which puts you on a very high vibrational frequency. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the scale of consciousness, I talk about it pretty frequently in my videos. I'll put it on the screen. I like to call it the scale of vibrational energy because it really shows you which energies sit at which vibrational frequencies. As we know, everything is made up of energy, the air, ourselves, this thing behind me, emotions, thoughts, everything is made up of energy. Even ideas are energy forms. The molecules in that energy form are always moving, right? They're never stagnant when we look at it in a microscope. And these molecules are either moving at a very high vibrational speed or very low vibrational speed. And the lower vibrational energies are more dense. And as you can see on the scale, if you can read it, I know it's kind of small, but when we go lower on the vibrational scale, we tend to feel emotions that don't make us feel good, that make us feel very uncomfortable. It's usually an indication that we are drifting away from our alignment. At the very top of the scale is where our soul naturally sits at. It's a very expansive feeling. Lower on the scale, it's very constricting. So when we are doing what we truly love, we are raising our vibration. We are being in more alignment with our soul's true self, with who we were meant to become when we came into this life. And for you specifically as a person, you'll feel happier, more grateful, more fulfilled. You'll be a very strong magnet to your desire. The more you raise on the vibrational scale, the more powerful of a magnet you are. But it's not only beneficial for you, because when you raise on the vibrational scale, living in your truest authenticity, living in your soul's full expression, because of the universal law of one, which states that we are all connected energetically, when you raise your vibration, you also raise the vibration of the collective. Meaning without you even directly helping people, like without you even going to somebody's doorstep and helping someone, just by living in your true authenticity, you are raising the vibration of others. You are raising them up. They feel happier, more aligned, more grateful. And when we look at the scale of consciousness and we look at the different levels of the vibrational frequencies, the magnitude, I'm not sure if magnitude is the right word, but the magnetism and power of each vibrational frequency raises exponentially as you go up. So it's not like a 2, 4, 6, 8. It's like a 2, 4, 16, 32 with like how more powerful it is, if that's making sense. So this means that like one person being on a lower level doesn't affect the collective as much, but one person being on a higher level massively affects the collective in a great way, like really raising it up. I wish I knew the exact statistic. I'm pulling this information from the book Power versus Force, written by Dr. David Hawkins, and they've done all these scientific research studies on the different vibrational frequencies and how they're actually able to find this out, and I wish I knew the exact numbers to that. So even if you may not see the direct reflection of the impact you're making on the collective, know that because we are all connected, you are inevitably raising everyone else up when you are living in your soul's truest expression, which is actually really huge. And the more people that we get to encourage to be more in their authentic self and do what they desire to do and go after their desires and to express all the sides of themselves with confidence, the more and more we're going to be raising the collective consciousness, the vibration of everyone on the planet. And just an example of this, they have done tests and studies when people get together and do like a mass meditation and really work to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet. The days that people get together and do mass meditations, there's literally less hating, less fighting, less crime. Like the crime levels literally significantly go down on the days and a little bit following when they do those mass meditations, because everybody internally feels that raise in vibration. So the more people that we can get to live in their fullest expression, to live in their soul's purpose, in their true authentic self, like who are you without your labels, without doing the things that you feel like you should do and doing the things that you truly want to do? Like who is that version of you? The more people we can get to tap into that, there will be more love, more peace, more acceptance, so much more goodness in the world. And some questions to ask to get a little more clarity on like your soul's truest expression. You could ask yourself, if I could be, do, or have absolutely anything I desired, there were no limitations. If I could wave a magic wand or ask a genie, like whatever I wanted, who would you be? What would you do for a living? Like, how would you live? You can also ask yourself, if I knew that I would not be judged, and if I knew that I would be fully loved and accepted as I am, no matter what, how would I dress? What would I do? What kind of behaviors would I have, right? This kind of shows you what masks we're kind of putting on or what we're doing out of shoulds rather than I truly desire to do this. You can also ask yourself, what part of myself am I hiding from the world? And how can I express that more? The parts of yourself that maybe you're super passionate about, like hula hooping, but you're like, oh, this is weird, this is childish, like I'm afraid of being judged. But if you started hula hooping, you're going to feel so lit up, so good in yourself. You're going to inspire other women or other people to get into their passions, to do what they love. Your confidence will skyrocket. You'll feel so much better in yourself. You'll have healthier relationships because of it. Like, it just like ripple effects simply because you're doing what you love. And that is you living in your soul's purpose. That is you living in your soul's full expression and your most authentic self. The desires that you have are very specific to you, and you have these desires because you are meant to fulfill them. Our desires are literally indications of what we are meant to do. Your desires are your destiny. And now there are ego-based desires, right? Just to get more clear on what our soul's purpose is, there are ego-based desires, and then there are soul-based desires. Now, ego-based desires are going to be desires that come out of a place of like fear or lack. So I want a husband, but I want a husband just because I don't want to be lonely and I can't stand being by myself. Like, that is an egotistical desire. It's coming out of a place of fear and a place of lack. Or I only want these clothes so that I can be viewed as like cool and not weird, right? I want to fit in, so I only want these clothes because of that. That's not emanating who you truly are. That's coming out of your ego. Your soul's desires are going to come out of a place of love, of possibility, of opportunity, of potential. It's like, I feel really good doing this, or I envision myself doing this, and it kind of lights me up. When you fulfill your ego's desires, it will eventually lead to disappointment or frustration. And it's when you think that you need like the job or the relationship or the house to make you happy, and then you get it, and you're still not happy. It's because you're choosing them out of a place of lack, and it's not truly fueling your desires. It's not truly fueling you and your energy. And so asking yourself, what do you look like in your fullest expression? Where do you ideally like want to live? Your desires are your destiny. So do you want to live in Colorado? Do you want to live in California? Do you want to live in Europe? Do you want to live in your hometown still? Like, there is no right or wrong. It's just like what you desire. And our soul's purpose can also be ever changing. Like, don't think to be too strict about it. We are evolving creatures. We are here to expand and grow. So you might feel pulled to move to Texas one day and to start a specific business, but then 2 years later you feel pulled to do something completely different. That doesn't mean that you were off track. It just means that your desires simply changed, that you were evolving. You were living your soul purpose when you did that, and now you're following your soul's purpose doing something else. And I want you to be very mindful that your soul's purpose is about expressing all sides of you. So like the hobbies that you really love to do, but you tell yourself, oh, you shouldn't do them because it takes up too much time and you have to work or whatever may be coming up. Like, doing those hobbies is living your soul's purpose. It doesn't have to be monetized. It doesn't have to be quote unquote productive, right? We live in a society where we think we have to be productive all the time and that everything has to have kind of like a purpose. But it is your purpose to just do the things that you love doing. That's why we're here. And I just want to say too, if you are really interested in going full force with this, I have a 21-day free challenge that you can sign up to that guides you to step into energetic alignment with your ideal reality. So I'll leave the link for that in the description below. I highly recommend checking it out and completing it. You will be sitting in a completely different energy afterwards. But moving on, doing those things that you are passionate about, your vibration raises, you serve others, you inspire others, you serve the collective, whether directly or indirectly, and you are living your soul's purpose on your highest path. Like, as long as you are following your intuitive guidance and you're taking action on the things that you desire, and you are doing so with love and faith and compassion, you are living your soul's purpose. You are doing exactly what you need to do in this world. Like, isn't that a relief? That you don't need to meet up to these wild expectations, that you literally just can be yourself. That's all you are here to do, is to express your true self and feel good in doing so. And inevitably, you will create success. You will create so much love in your life. You will create such great circumstances and experiences for yourself because you will be raising at that higher vibrational frequency. And that you are serving others either directly or indirectly in doing so. And if you're still questioning or still up in the air with who your true authentic self is, that's okay. Most of us have lived with like layers and masks on for our entire lives. So it can take some digging to find like who you truly are underneath it all. But I suggest you journal on it, journal on those questions I asked, journal on the questions in the free challenge, meditate on it, pray on it, ask on it if that resonates with you, and you will get your answer. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. And with that being said, I really hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please let me know in the comments what you liked about it. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up to help out the channel. Feel free to share this with anyone you feel may want to hear it. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.